The best of Black Saturn versus Subduxtion, the cosmic karma of an ancient kingdom. The sound culture of a dread ecology. The sound culture of a dread ecology. The best of Black Saturn versus Subduction, the cosmic karma of an ancient kingdom.
On the bridges of sound, the future noise of an ancient kingdom created its own dimension in time and space. It's a metaphorical place. Thoughts and meditation evolving over sound pulsations of advancing cerebral enlightenment. Embarked on a journey, the past, the present, and the future became one life experience, a metaphysical flow possessed by the vocal characteristics of a scribe from a lost civilization. Prophetic and forewarning moments abound. Universal is the way of the system that selects the sound. With the golden era, archaeologists unearth the timeless sound of a sonic vision like the royal lineage of an African kingdom, ignored by history. Ancient kingdoms done being a mystery, like the phoenix rising from the ashes, this demands to be heard. Read our sound culture, the apex from which all sound projects. Vibrating the uvula is the Nazarite, returns from its satellite. Black Saturn versus Subduction is a thief in the night. Any duplication of this would be a simulation failure. Fire burns, never look back. True story of a artistry is felt upon impact.
Sound is an art. It gives meaning to life. Sound is an art. Sound is an art. It gives meaning to life. Sound is an art. Gives meaning to life. myself, giving the word sound engineer writings of pleasure and word sounds of prosperity without measure. Children of the noise, spacewalking amongst the twilight people. In my new spacesuit, composing a computer drum theorem out of alphabetical noise. The letters of the future, a line of celestial orchestration is coming back around again. The equinox of Black Saturn versus Subduction. The sign of a sleepwalker foretold before the eclipse that I would be memorizing this. In the shadow of an ellipse, reflecting the words in the pool of a monument. Any duplication of this would be a simulation failure. Any duplication of this would be a simulation failure. Any duplication of this would be a simulation failure. Any duplication of this would be a simulation failure. Any duplication of this would be a simulation failure. Any duplication of this would be a simulation failure. Any duplication of this would be a simulation failure. Any duplication of this would be a simulation failure. Any duplication of this would be a simulation failure. Homemade monophonic sound recorder made from electronics that the sound source refused in the universal system of sound. I put the beauty in the static of feedback, transversing the soundscape of the soundtrack, like an avant-garde installation. A Jimi Hendrix playing my vocal cord distortion with the tonal harmonies of Bob Marley's Rasta Man chants in an electric cathedral, having an electric love experience with the electric lady siren, guardian of the celestial orchestration. Heed the noise of a warning. It's coming back around again. The equinox of Black Saturn versus Subduction. Any duplication of this would be a simulation failure. Any duplication of this would be a simulation failure. Any duplication of this would be a simulation failure.
Give me lyrics in the form of instrument sound, so I can send the whack MC tumbling to ship the dew out of my dreadlock and invented the downpour of the raindrop. While others claim the rain like a monsoon under a honey-coated apocalyptic moon. Without wedlock, engaging the mic, trying to make the cherry on the beat pop. Rap is a daughter, and I'm a father with gridlock. I don't need the cop, back to shell shock and mold the handle to a massive clock. My loudness will rock, vibrate your journalist into the arteries of his pin block. You claim to be the writer, but what you gonna do when your heart stops? You can't be revived, your pulse is deadlocked. You're locked out of the beat like a figure 4 leg lock. Only who jobless can gain access. I express every verse and chapter from my book of matches, igniting incineration to bring about cremation. Wackabees will learn, I turn MCs into the ashes that fill my urn. My words burn. So I can send the whack MC tumbling down. Rhymes become shields and mics become axes, and the world is knocked back upon its axis. The last days become the first days of my paragraph when I transform into a spacecraft. For those that call themselves MCs but are not, that hover over my craft. Modern day warriors sketch a rough draft as soldiers laugh. Shredded metal's bound to rust like your autograph. When your penmanship can't rock with jaw power on the 60-minute workout, that's the waste of a holy man's hour. Backdraft the matics of your math. I'm a complicated man like Shaft. Live and direct through my amplified staff. My rap bears witness to the aftermath of Queen Amnesia, becoming the bride to the groom, King Anesthesia, ripping off your memory like a skin graft. We are just God's poems off the path, without a walking stick like when the record skip. The mud stays thick in the mire. I'm gonna let my words be the choir and just blaze the fire. The son of a consuming fire, the burning bush, the high commissioner, engineering the word sound for the listener. Coming crisper, coming clearer. Dangerous minds get blown like wind chimes over landmines when I chant my rhymes. Your platoon is like the creature from the Black Lagoon. When I get ziggy like a witch doctor with my melody over sonic, the bastard child of a beat. That's why he hits with the boom. Thrill seekers, stay tuned until we come back to part the airwaves of your brain waves like Dr. Doom. Fire come, cause Jah comes soon. Give me lyrics in the form of instrument sound, so I can send the whack MC tumbling down. Give me lyrics in the form of instrument sound, so I can send the whack MC tumbling down.
I'm dreaming. Don't wake me. I'm dreaming.
Here comes the tempter to oppress the dreamer. His only hope is in the promises of the Redeemer. Planes crash due to altitude sickness. Bloody noses proceed, conflict stimulated by greed. Yeshua ben Yosef is what we need. Sheep's braids in the nappy hairs of the basic instructions before leaving Earth. Another empire is engulfed in the flames of the judgment fire. Cosmic karma is the umpire. The bases is loaded, it's up to the drum. Turn the other cheek or strike back. What goes around comes around. 7 times greater is the universal system of sound. From behind the eyelids of Morpheus, dreams do come true in God we trust. The dollar bill stays green with envy that it can't purchase us. If what you do is not a passion, before you hit the runway, it's out of fashion. Priceless is the currency. Legal tender from the riches of the endless. Black Saturn versus Subduxtion anthology is what finances me. When turbulence starts bubbling, it seems like I'm in a tailspin. Sleepwalkers wake up to their amazement to see me with the angels of completion. No flow is released for recess until after the head leaves the pillow refreshed. I put my grievances to rest on the verge of the mysterious. Sins must become noblemen through discipline. Habits must change habitats. Now more than ever, dreamers must keep their visions intact. The phantasm is on the attack to distract, through suppression, to drain and derange, until the familiar is strange, and the course of your focus is out of range. Believe the hype at your own discretion. The start and the end of a decade is a slip knot. Insight between the gulf of the haves and the have-nots. What regenerates and what degrades in the fountain of youth. Guess what choice the sound culture of Black Saturn versus Subduction made?
Everywhere we go, with a conquering echo. Everywhere we go, with a conquering echo.
Buzz it be low, Was your pundit jealousy? Did their envy could glide upon my flow? Like a crazy ball head, but little do they know they could never be an eagle, possibly a seagull or a pelican. I'm on a variable in my parable, a fake chatter that's bound to perish as I flourish, nourishing the vinyl with essentials, while the rhythm cherishes the letters of recommendation in my credentials. Other word callers hand in their resignation when the instrumentation politely tells them I made an effortless reservation that doesn't require their presentation to make a cameo. It's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than you being a formidable sound clash against my unorthodox. I've never been a convert. What is a genius? A madman, extorting the sound man to louden the level to the maximum potential in the circumference of an expert. The universal system of sound utilized for the service of men is the great communicator, the custodian, creation's trustee, smiting any plagiarist trying to seize custody of my validity. In a dub flash, your ashes blown into dust, reminiscing over me in infinity. Blue to the wax in an enthusiast's ear, vibrating to the verbalisms in my arsenal. A mere participle, used as an adjective in my vibrato. Never put off today what could make you a conqueror tomorrow.
Everywhere we go, we are the conquering echo. Black Saturn versus Subduction. A real on is the chariot of the champions. Everywhere we go, we are the conquering echo. Black Saturn versus Subduction. A real on is the chariot of the champions.
I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
ciphers and record on loops. At the darkest before the dawn. What a day brings is in the common sense. Supplementalist, youth is pottery. Wake up and applaud. The dynamics of God. When clay breaks the mold, it's essential to never forsake your first faith. For treasures to decorate an earthen vessel. I study myself. I'm a curriculum to educate myself. I'm higher learning to overcome the ignorance of self that restricts myself. Let the seed of my seed be never ending in the reservoir of rhapsodies. My rheostat is on high, like the replica of the inkwell of the Most High. I came, I saw, I conquered. 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 From the era of my tenure as a statesman, unlock the keynote address. Tales of an ancient kingdom when giants absorb nutrients to make utopias. They spoke of vitamins to enhance human relations with the haiku that cultivated you with 3 lines and 17 syllables. Sequenced so the motion don't rhyme. The ethnicity is a holy place when it proclaims in a punchline. I come for what's rightfully mine. Sucker punching you in the tear ducts of your misery. By the grace of God, from the ruins of an ancient kingdom to Black Saturn versus Subduction. I'm in EFFECT, still operating the microphone correctly. I came, I saw, I conquered. I came, I saw, I conquered.
If thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat. And if he be thirsty, give him water to drink. For thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head. and the Lord shall reward thee. Analyze this dark crystal, who blows through the pistol like a whistle. What's right is what benefits me, walking softly and carrying a big stick, similar to a sickle. Riddle me this, many have claimed to attain a crime octagon with octane octaves on ambidextrous octavos, seen through the ocular of a black hawk, outlined in a little black box sketched in chalk that transfigures your thoughts into a matrix where everything's ran by a man named Victor that has a short time to get a victory. The static that shocks is the electricity in the one eye of a cyclops that makes seven eyes wonder. That's three contestants and only one got a third. A man without a plan is a man with words blueprints can't understand. When your fingertips smudge, that means you're one of the 2 out of 3 with no gloves, running the 50-yard dash when you step through the grass. The third is the cobra that will clutch. You might as well ask, what does that mean? But for your next breath, the exit wound's gonna be crisp and clean. I'm like a statue made out of brass. I'm a mystery that's meant to last. You look upon the face of wickedness and haven't looked upon my face one time. I wrote the riddle on who schemes to control your soul in the rhyme. I'm like a statue made out of brass. I'm a mystery that's meant to last. You looked upon the face of wickedness and haven't looked upon my face one time. I wrote the riddle on who schemes to control your soul in the rhyme. I'm like a statue made out of brass. I'm a mystery that's meant to last. You looked upon the face of wickedness and haven't looked upon my face one time. I wrote the riddle on who schemes to control your soul in the rhyme. Like Ephesians with the army battalion, riding on black stallions with whirlwind pyramid medallions. The head versus the body, in the conflict of the soul controller is the victor of all crime, drinks red rum with his trophy, watching his favorite pastime. Kids with no gloves is forever barehanded. Do you want to take a look in the little black box and get contrabanded with your fingerprint smudged on the dark crystal, caught barehanded? You're another trophy for Victor's victory. With his gloves is how we planned it. Lord have mercy on those that don't understand it. I'm like a statue made out of brass. I'm a mystery that's meant to last. You looked upon the face of wickedness and haven't looked upon my face one time. I wrote the riddle on who schemes to control your soul in the rhyme. A statue made out of brass. I'm a mystery that's meant to last. Looked upon the face of wickedness and haven't looked upon my face one time. I wrote the riddle on who schemes to control your soul in the rhyme. I'm like a statue made out of brass. I'm a mystery that's meant to last. Looked upon the face of wickedness and haven't looked upon my face one time. I wrote the riddle on who schemes to control your soul in the rhyme. Strive not with the man without cause, if he hath done thee no harm. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Tell by the buzzard circling in the sky, there was gonna be a slaying and a lot of brick laying and a mom's praying, hoping each prayer is a brick, building a mansion in the house of the Father. One day is a millennium, and your time is minimum on the pendulum. All that remains is the mausoleum of what's past. Forever is the peace that lasts. It's the battery on the outside looking in, charging the flashbacks of the massacre that still occur to blur with the force of a magnet. I was hanging with granite rocks like a fragment. The air was stagnant except for that hot breeze that smelled like bad breath. It burned its trademark in my sinus, the smell of death. United we stand, circumstances divide us all. Everybody knows a true story, it fell like Jericho wall. Sometimes it can be messed up if somebody's rapping a story that's true. It can even be more messed up if the true story is you. Because there's no more life, no more pain, no more hate, no lust, jealousy, joy, and envy under the sun. So why do you always try so hard to become the next one? True story. No manner, no moral, getting struck by the two-headed serpent of your ways is dastardly. Trying to impress those in crews, it would wipe you like dust off a mortician's shoes. You have to excuse the missionary position I use. The block don't fornicate chronological when it hits the Grim Reaper's G-spot. Sometimes it makes women choose themselves over men like lesbians, feeding their own children out the mouth of a loaded gun. That's why I wake up with nightmares in a cold sweat when the foreplay's done. Recollecting, yes, yes, y'all, the words that don't stop, won't stop. The final call. United we stand, circumstances divide us all. Everybody knows a true story that fell like Jericho wall. Sometimes it can be messed up if somebody's rapping a story that's true. It can even be more messed up if the true story is you. Because there's no more life, no more pain, no more hate, no lust, jealousy, joy, and envy under the sun. So why do you always try so hard to become the next one? True story. Death have a broke pocket or a cheap profit. If life gave you a hoe, so you could reap what you sow. Every 5 minutes a writer's getting high with the mind parallel to the sky, trying to give the highlights of the that's why. A broken bottle is what is for those that's not here. I poured out a true story on the curb so you could put a face to the verb. United we stand, circumstances divide us all. Everybody knows a true story that fell like Jericho wall. Sometimes it can be messed up if somebody's rapping a story that's true. It can even be more messed up if the true story is you. Because there's no more life, no more pain, no more hate, no lust, jealousy, joy, and envy under the sun. So why do you always try so hard to become the next one? True story. too many on my ways to master on the Stratocaster. The flesh and blood of the Stonecaster is various, like arrangements on the Stradivarius. Trying to pull the strings in my stratosphere because the things we fear often appear out of thin air. Emotions run deeper than the Amazon. Like nights like this, I wish teardrops would fall into a river named Armageddon. Down the Babylon Falls on a golden pond, made from the potholes of sadness on my lawn that's been pissed upon. Listen to the sound of the ripple of the urine analysis. That's my golden shower that submerged your palaces. The rich man's strong city with muscular dystrophy, but trying to shatter my fortress like the forehead of an adulteress. The passion to get my rocks off is strong. Let he who has never moved his face across the shallows cast the first stone, and I'll show you a citizen that's nodding at the dome. The first world was destroyed, the second came to an end. When I'm done with this rhyme, it'll probably happen all over again. The first world was destroyed, the second came to an end. When I'm done with this rhyme, it'll probably happen all over again. The first world was destroyed, the second came to an end. When I'm done with this rhyme, it'll probably happen all over again. Concept of me is graffiti baptized on canvas on exhibit in a gallery. If I was a poster, I would be wanted dead or alive for failing a breathalyzer to prove my sobriety without a parental advisory. I never had the leisure to fine print the advertisement of my procedure. Concentration is the tool. Put the lead in your holster on cool. Turn down the treble and execute the bass. The tongue lashing is everlasting. I treat the battle like the base of your skull and leave two to remember like an assassin. I think back to when I was like a fisherman that was a sufferer in the belly of a whale. Pay close attention to detail. Subliminal, deaf and dumb phantom energy is where you got the flames in your grill from. You said you got the wings of an eagle, and you can touch the sun. You just rise and set for one. I'm the theme for an anthem. My royalties blue like the sky. Comets and meteors, open your pores like craters. I leave the footprints of my trail on the equator in braille, so you can feel me walking. Cause all I'm seeing is betrayal. I balance the scale while you're stranded on an island with a citywide blackout, holding a snakeskin sail, waiting for the return on the sale of your retail, so you can buy a cool breeze in hell. The first world was destroyed, the second came to an end. When I'm done with this rhyme, it'll probably happen all over again. The first world was destroyed, the second came to an end. When I'm done with this rhyme, it'll probably happen all over again. The first world was destroyed, the second came to an end. When I'm done with this rhyme, it'll probably happen all over again. Negativity's a bullet, then I'm a gun that wants to be a mic. If I blaze with words, would you party, bullshit, or fight? It's the return of the Nazarite. If negativity's a bullet, then I'm a gun that wants to be a mic. If I blaze with words, would you party, bullshit, or fight? It's the return of the Nazarite. Levitate through the roof, I don't materialize through the front door. The high priest of this frequency is reincarnated in the blood of a metaphor. I flow while you scab up and clot. Exotic birds crave the verbs in the forest that preserve their nests. With the smoke rings, my nostrils carved with finesse. From the exhaust I bless. Stop eating with those that possess the swine. If you got a green thumb, water is that divine. Miracles that turns into wine. Your grapes on the vine. Don't let those that hiss and slither lose your ability to come with a complex rhyme. Infinite beyond a beginning that has no end. Faster than the speed of thought I astro project. Is this a recording of me, or did you make an offering to summon me? You can sample the rhythm and the blues of astrology and come forward with the singers and players of instruments and try to master your ceremony with the delivery of an old wise man with a beard that's forbid. I'm the blade on the jet stream of a decapitator. Imagining evil thoughts as a snake cutting off the head. Negativity's a bullet, then I'm a gun that wants to be a mic. If I blaze with words, it's a party, bullshit, or fight. It's the return of the Nazarite. If negativity's a bullet, then I'm a gun that wants to be a mic. If I blaze with words, it's a party, bullshit, or fight. It's the return of the Nazarite. Digital African drums sing thanks and praises. Decisions escalate. Your acoustics, they got amplified to conversate. From 909 to 808, you're a snare that got caught up in a beat that got played. When elevators show open to elaborate on seeking the motion of elevate. I and I, me, myself, and I will celebrate. When you catch the runs and try to accelerate and get slammed on by the brake. For trying to imitate inmate 78 on vacation on Uranus. Traveling on iron bars up in the mountains amongst mountain men. Like a mountaineer, the altitude is sickness, abominable snowmen. Spend their youth on the summit until the gray sets in. Where young mountaineers become yetis. 10 strings echo through Kilimanjaro. Wooden instruments, muffled with feedback. Primitive tribes chop down the trees in the forest, making the strings a king's whack. The late great year 88 was a saint. Red, black, and green was his garment before the third alarm hit. Ashes fell like snow on the heads of his prophets. Hypothermia is a blizzard of lamentations. His teachings, they lost it when the frost bit. I'm never in a snowstorm without a black bomber. I'm shoving you all back up your mama's blood clot, giving you a second chance to take the defects out of your dialects. With the godly frequency of the almighty transmitter, I'm rocking you steady until the night is a genesis and morning is a revelation. I'm asking once more like I did before. Negativity's a bullet, then I'm a gun that wants to be a mic. If I blaze with words, it's a party, bullshit, or fight. It's the return of the Nazarite. If negativity's a bullet, then I'm a gun that wants to be a mic. If I blaze with words, it's a party, bullshit, or fight. It's the return of the Nazarite. Go where the conquering echo. Everywhere we
ego, where the conquering echo. Buzzards below, wish upon the jealousy that the envy could glide upon my flow. Like a crazy ball head, but little do they know they could never be an eagle, possibly a seagull or a pelican. A monovariable in my parable, a faint chatter that's bound to perish as I flourish, nourishing the vinyl with essentials, while the rhythm cherishes the letters of recommendation in my credentials. Other word callers hand in their resignation when the instrumentation politely tells them I made an effortless reservation that doesn't require their presentation to make a cameo. It's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than you being a formidable sound clash against my unorthodox. I've never been a convert. What is a genius? A madman, extorting the sound man to louden the level to the maximum potential in the circumference of an expert. The universal system of sound utilized for the service of men is the great communicator, the custodian, creation's trustee, smiting any plagiarist trying to seize custody of my validity. In a dub flash, your ashes blown into dust, reminiscing over me in infinity, glued to the wax in an enthusiast's ear, vibrating to the verbalisms in my arsenal, a mere participle used as an adjective in my vibrato. Never put off today what could make you a conqueror tomorrow.
Everywhere we go, we are the conquering echo. Black Saturn versus Subduction. Orion is the chariot of the champions. Everywhere we go, we are the conquering echo. Black Saturn versus Subduction. Orion is the chariot of the champions.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
every woman is Eve. What you achieve starts with the genesis of what you believe. The offspring of your thoughts are either Cain or Abel. Every emotion you feel is like the generations of men. A new one is born and another comes to an end. By the third generation, you no longer remember them. All that's left is the pain or happiness from the choices you made. On the road you allowed your emotions to pave. Are you your own worst enemy or your own best friend? Cain is the negative thought that toils in the dirt when emotion brings pain and hurt. Telling you not to try, you just fail in the end. I'll be your best friend. Put all your hopes and your dreams behind us. I'm my brother's keeper, and he's my worst enemy, and he wants to be your friend. Help me kill him. Abel is positive and wants you to live a good life and reach for your hopes and dreams. He is a blessing from God, and all I am is sin. He can give you true love and friendship, and all I can do is lie and pretend. You can either love one or hate the other, but know your choice will be judged in the end. God is the little voice you call a conscience, telling you Abel's always been what he's been. So why do you let emotion take you away from your father and your best friend, when the only other choice is to toil in the dirt with sin? Life starts the same way as it ends. Every man is Adam, every woman is Eve. What you achieve starts with the genesis of what you believe. Every woman is Eve. What you achieve starts with the genesis of what you believe. Every man is Adam, every woman is Eve. What you achieve starts with the genesis of what you believe. Every woman is Eve. What you achieve starts with the genesis of what you believe. Every man is Adam, every woman is Eve. What you achieve starts with the genesis of what you believe. Out of your cauldron. This has been a drill since the first MC sneezed with his mouth open, replicating in a cell. A penitentiary of people, mortal to the impact of the fatal formula, compacted in a human disc for combat. Symptoms of the toxicity, articulate the black roots without a remedy. Amputating your extremity, making Plato into prosthetic Aristotles. Is that the artifice you call artistry in the arsenal of your legion?
Can you come again and never go dry like an artesian? Are you an artifact or an artichoke in the circulation of artistic migration? You revert back to the carcasses of your evolutionary scale, evolved out of the crib notes of my long ago said quotes. The archaeology of your evolution is a well-known host. Authenticity is the inanimate object we remake in the image of us. I'm never gonna be a byword in the mouth of a heathen. The original never ran and never will. Art is the top of the type of sound. It makes doves cry like Gabriel with the trumpet on vocals of 26 keys. Long suffering to devise recipes out of necessities, specialties. Triumph is the germ that I see. Rush of creativity is whispering, come bomb with me. We got that bond like telepathy. I see the rhyme in a vision of a golden cross, compassed by 3 green circles with red letters clockwise that say Jah. Is a lion at his rest under a palm tree. Says, come yea, though my word is black. I put the black skin of what I say on the page like I was relieving the curse of leprosy. Artistic mastery is the style of rebellion of a slave that's free. In these days of the torrential, where everything's facing erosion, should I have everything frozen until a later date in time, so the sons of man can fully overstand the art imitating the life, which is the life imitating the art of my rhyme. Flip a couple of feathers and a beak on that. It might take too long to thaw. Smog over the skyline. Ascends from the bottomless, it's the smoldering of the talentless industrialist, slitting wrists, trying to break the mold of the industrial art. With 2 chapters I resist, come raise against the machine with me, surnamed industry. Let no man add on or take away from my artistry. Saturn is I, and I am him. Also, the power of words together, I alone make them. For I am me and you are you. I am who you can't be. A word sound engineer that made a song in his own image called artistry. I pounded iron wisdom with the vitality of my youth. In the pyramid, flying inventions and symbols to reflect the blessings of God bestowed. Listening to the sages that would be duplicated throughout the dispensation of the ages. I was astounded how word configuration sounded in the diaspora, eliminating the contrast of non-linear behavior. I found it a talent that confounded the magnetic coding that kept my expressions as self-bounded. In a corridor I dared to explore in self-imposed folklore. Lit the streets like campfires. As bands of youth roam the streets like a lost the song on the wire. It's the frequencies made my head nod hypnotically in subconscious rhythms. At 15:30 in the AM of my youth, I was awakened by the truth. It was time for me to leave the empire and fulfill the words that were the soulmate of my thoughts that engulfed me with desire. It was a universal dramatized discussion. Mics caught a nut off percussion when the system started rushing. Attendants threw their hands to the ceiling like they caught a concussion. From the highest caliber, I blew out the backs, the negative connotation. So the now could bring the reputations of the arts and sciences back. Back before the world was born, I was battling angels in the cipher in a spiritual form. But now I'm in the realm of the pad and pen, the habitation of men. A road scholar with gunpowder on the collar that ejects raps that bitch slaps, whack MCs in the sister act. Every MC I see is preschool to me. I used to say your greatest performance in life would be the day I read your last will and testament in your eulogy. Who knew but the infinite's a G.O.D. I was speaking premonitions that would be reconstructed as my condolences to an ancient kingdom put to death by the hand of me. My walking stick in a sound. I threw my hands to the air and wished upon a star and brought the judgments of the fire in the brim. Removing the cornerstone, putting it back into the stone cutters of my journalism. Improvising with the Masonics until my head is masonry. In the convolutions in my cranium becomes a Stonehenge. The builders of the past will refuse. In the present, the future is a scripture yet to be chiseled by the eternal energy of my black fist on tablets of stone from 3 letters to a kingdom. Lyrically, many men will be destitute and desolate when they hear the truth in my song. Ancient kingdom, you never got your chance to be a freedom fighter and chant down Babylon. Ancient kingdom, I'm a creative spirit and as a living man I must travel on.